Hi, my name is Alicia Plosz and welcome to Body Confidence. I am the international queen and the reigning title holder for the Mrs. Globe Curve International Pageant System. Mrs. Globe. I feel like I said that. I may have said it twice. It's Wednesday. It's early for me. It is 10 o'clock in the morning. Not really early. I've been up since 6, but it's early as in I have not had 2 cups of coffee. Happy Wednesday. Happy Orange Shirt Day. I'm wearing orange today. I don't wear orange very often, but I feel like it's a very happy color. How is everybody today? Where are you from? Where are you joining us from? Where in the world are you? It's like, where in the world is Carmen San Diego? I felt like that was where that is. So welcome to Body Confidence. Today is the very last day of September. And for me, September is always like a new beginning, a brand new kickstart to a new season. And September is always about like new beginnings and a new start for me. Like, you know, you start like a new school year and you get new clothes, you get new things. And so this is like a beginning of new, and it's like the closing of the first chapter of new for me. So this is the very last day of September, and that's great. And I'm excited that you are here with me today. And I'm going to have a very beautiful, fantastic guest. Is one of my favorite people in the whole world is going to be on here with me. And she's from local to me here in Canada. So I am in Canada. I'm on the very west side of Canada, not the very, very west side, but more west. I'm in mountain time, so it's 10 a.m. for me and morning. And so she's also on the same time zone as I am, which is exciting. So for her, morning as well. So my kids are at school, her kids will be at school, so we'll have a little time to chitty chat. And so Kim, who's going to be joining me as my guest today, is a award-winning musician. She's a singer-songwriter, very, very talented individual. She can play the guitar and the piano, and she writes music. And she's just a beautiful, beautiful spirit, and I really enjoy being in her space. She's a very creative person. So if you do have questions for her, please think of some questions and write them down. It's 6 p.m. Oh, okay, so you're at the end of your day, Jocelyn. That's awesome. Thank you for tuning in and being here with us today. I really appreciate all of your time that you give us, and I love that you are communicating with us. So feel free, if you have any questions for me or for Kim or anything on body confidence or on anything that we're going to talk about today. So I'm hoping that we can give you some tools to put in your toolbox to make you more confident and to help you to be more mentally and emotionally stable in your everyday life. So we don't wake up and are always, hey, I'm awesome, I'm great. Maybe you are. If you are, that's amazing. I personally am not. And if you are, then share. I would love to know more on how you can be more amazing and how I could feel some of those vibes. So for me today, it is Orange Shirt Day, like I said. So that is September 30th. It's a day that we honor the Indigenous children who were removed and sent away to residential schools. In case you didn't know what that was, Orange Shirt Day, I posted it on my story. You can look that up. It's Canadian, maybe it is North American a day. The kids wear them at school as well. So my kids are wearing their orange shirts today at school as well. So it's kind of a cool thing. If you don't know anything about it, I highly recommend looking it up. So we're going to have Kim join us later on, or shortly probably. If you have any questions for Kim about anything that we're going to talk about, I would think of some and write them. Good morning. Hi. So this morning, I wanted to just touch a little bit base on going into the holiday season. So we were doing family pictures on Saturday, I think. And we were talking about, like, I have a big family. I have many siblings. And a couple of my siblings did not want to get their pictures taken because during COVID, different things happened. And some people gained weight, some people lost weight, some people were just not feeling super confident with their body types. And we were having this conversation with a couple of the other parents on the weekend as well. And people are just saying, I don't want to get family pictures taken because I don't like the way my clothes fit. I don't want to have pictures taken because I just don't feel good about myself right now. And I was like, how many people right now in the world are feeling like this since COVID? They're just feeling not mentally healthy and emotionally stable with themselves as an individual. And I think that's going on with a lot of people right now, is they're just not feeling happy or healthy with themselves, maybe like body confident wise. And so, sorry, I can hear my dogs barking in the background. There's something bugging them out the window. And so if that is something that we should maybe have a discussion about this. And so it was really hurting my heart a little bit, because I feel like we had a loss in the family a couple of weeks ago, and I did talk about this a tiny bit last week, and I feel like it's bringing in my mortality a little bit, where I feel like we should take more pictures and we should make more memories and be more connected than ever. And ever since COVID, I feel like we are needing to be more connected and be more aware and be more together. And so when my family members did not want to take pictures, I was like, oh, I'm really sad, because I really want to take more pictures, especially now that I realize my kids are older, they're teenagers, and they're at an age where they don't want their pictures taken. I remember when I was a teenager, I'm like, I don't want my picture taken. My hair doesn't look great, or whatever, right? Like, we all have those days where we don't feel we look our best. And especially as teenagers, we're really hard on ourselves. And as a parent, I look at my kids and I'm like, you are beautiful. You are perfect. You're so cute. I just love your little face. But they don't see it or feel it. And it's so sad that they don't feel like that. And when, as an adult, as a parent, when you're not feeling that, that's hard. And so when my siblings were feeling like that, they didn't want to have their pictures taken, I was sad for them, and I didn't know what to say to them individually. I'm also the youngest of the siblings, so I can't speak to them the same way that I would speak to my peers as my friends. Maybe I do talk to my sisters a little bit differently than I talk to my brothers, and I think that's a girl thing. And I was wondering, I'm gonna throw that at you guys, how do you feel right now about if taking pictures right now? Like, what is that? What is going on? Is it a us thing right here in Canada, where everyone's just feeling a little bleh right now with themselves, like a little, or is that a me and my family thing? I don't know. That was just something that I was talking about it with my friends, and they were all feeling the same thing, and everyone's just like not feeling the whole like Christmas card, family photo. Like, sometimes everyone's all on board and sometimes they're not. So I was just wondering what was going on with that. Anyway, total sidebar. Anyway, body confidence is hard, and for some people it's like extra hard. And how do you motivate people that you just love so much, and you just see how beautiful and strong and amazing they are, and you just want to like for me, I just wanted a really great family picture to put on my parents' wall. And I think that we just need to love ourselves where we are, especially at times when you're looking back, you're like, oh, right, I did have red hair, and I had short hair, and whatever. It's all part of who we were in the growth process. And there's nothing wrong with who we are at this time. Today I'm enough. It's fine. It's great. I can improve. I can get better. And that's fine. But there's nothing wrong with who I am today. It's fine, right? And it's hard. It is hard sometimes to feel enough every day. But how do we talk to the people that are the closest to us? And that is where I feel sometimes the verbiage is lacking. And I know when I'm talking to my friends, I have different words to use. And when I'm talking to my siblings, the words sometimes aren't there. So, and I think that's just because they are my older siblings and I'm the little sister. And so those are the tools perhaps that I need to find. So that's just me. So for me, when Kim comes on and is here with us, Kim is one of my really, really, really great friends. And I've known her for several years. And so how I met Kim is my daughter does singing and songwriting and plays guitar. And when my daughter was 8 years old, she started doing vocal lessons with Kim. So many years now, she's been doing lessons with Kim. And when she was 10 years old. We went on a trip to Nashville. And prior to that, about a year and a half, I was in a car accident and I crushed my foot and couldn't drive. And so I was feeling stuck, literally and physically and emotionally. I was actually stuck where I couldn't drive, I couldn't go anywhere. And if you have heard before, I couldn't go anywhere. And so I couldn't get on, I couldn't get moving, I couldn't get functioning, I couldn't go anywhere. And so, so Kim, whenever you're ready, you just request to come on and I will connect you. So you just need to request on your end. So if you go out and come back in and request on your end in the comments, you might have to leave the live and then come back in and in the comments request. So you might have to go completely out and then come back in and request. And then once it comes on, I'll pop you right back in just like we did before. It's perfect. So then I was feeling stuck, and then they were doing songwriting week, and my daughter had come home and she was little, like 10 years old at this time, and said, "Oh, Mom, we're doing songwriting week and this is the song we're working on." And what is this? I've never heard of songwriting week. And I'd always written poetry and journaled and done a lot of like mental health journaling at this point. Hello, Kimberly. How are you?
Good. How are you?
Good. Can you hear me?
Finish your story. Finish your story.
I'm going to go. And so I was telling how we started hanging out. And so Noah was doing songwriting week. And so, and it was really, and I was reading the words and everything you guys were writing. And I was intrigued by it. And I was like, I feel like this is something that could benefit me. And so I called you and I said, I'm not sure if you do this, but do you do songwriting for adults? And you're like, yeah, I teach adults. And I'm like,
I said no.
But,
no.
Yeah, no. But I'm like, but I don't really want to sing. You're like, well, let's start with songwriting, but we'll do singing too. And I'm like, but I don't really want to sing.
She really didn't want to sing.
No. And then we started hanging out one day a week. And my mom would drop me off because I couldn't drive, and I was like a little kid getting dropped off. And it was like therapy for me, and we would write songs, and it was definitely a confidence builder for me, and it got my emotions out and my words out and my feelings out. And then we also created this beautiful friendship, and I was very thankful for you. And it was sometimes you come into your life at a very, very perfect kismet moment, and for that point in my life, it was exactly what I needed. And we've been songwriting ever since. That was like 8-9 years ago.
Already?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, that's crazy. I can't believe it's been that long, but yeah, it seems like we've known each other forever. It seems like we've been songwriting together forever. And yeah, did we ever click? But people, she can sing.
I choose not to.
You know, if you're just you and her, she will sing. You know,
I'll sing for you. Yeah, I can car sing. You know, I shower sing. But
that's awesome. Well, thanks for having me on. I'm excited.
Yeah, no, thank you for coming. I had like a random ramble at the beginning because I was wondering, like, everyone's feeling a little post-COVID. A lot of people, like, I've had a lot of conversations because everyone's doing family photos and, you know, dragging their like cute little chairs out in the middle of a field and taking all their fall festivity pictures and getting cute pictures for Christmas cards. And a lot of people are struggling with body image right now. And I was just wondering how everyone's mentally coping with that right now. I'm going into sweater weather where, you know, if you didn't get cute for bathing suit season, don't worry, you're already ready for sweater weather, right?
Yeah. And I mean, I haven't had that issue yet because I'll be honest, I am so bad when it comes to family pictures. I basically I do like a last minute. It's my mom, she's always like, I need a new picture for the piano, get on it. And then I'm like, oh, okay, I guess I gotta, you know, click this family picture, or we'll take one from somewhere, and that's the one I sent her. So I haven't had to do many family pictures. My husband does not like family pictures, but we will get there. But yeah, I mean, I heard you talking about new beginnings, and you feel like it's, you know, a new start to the year, which I feel like too. But I think it's almost that I think the weather's getting colder here in Canada, and so people are, yeah, we do go through a little bit of a mental change, and like, oh my gosh, now we gotta hunker down, and because it's going to be -40 pretty soon. And you know, and that's when you start not wanting to work out maybe as much. All you want to do is cozy by the fire and watch movies and eat popcorn. And so it's maybe just that, is that we're getting into that more cozy, lazier, shall we say, feelings, right? But you know, if you can just, you know, stick to whatever regime or kind of routine that you do for working out, eating, stuff like that, just keep it on the forefront. It's you know, it's totally normal to want to do that, and you can have your binge days. Yeah, I think it's more like you say, it's always a mental thing going into winter, and it's a little bit of a downer that summer's over. But
it is, yeah, it's
you
true.
can have those pictures though to keep you happy throughout the year. Take those pictures, yeah. And I mean, for your family, it's hard to say, you guys, like, come on, it's not a big deal. And for me, as I get older, you know, pictures are a hard one, because you're noticing the lines here, you know, and I notice it more and more as I get older. But you know, that's where you just got to really work on telling yourself that you really are great just the way you are, and a picture at a moment in time that you should savor and cherish. So I'm kind of with you.
It's true. It's hard. I was saying, I'm the youngest, so it is hard. It's hard to, like, how do you build people up when you're used to being the youngest? They don't hear you the same way. So I didn't know. I was looking for words that I didn't have to coach someone that they don't listen to me the same because I am their little sister. They're just like,
I know, right?
Right? It's different. Normally, I'm pretty good. I'm pretty good at, like, right? I know. I can rally. I can rally people, but those specific people, they don't hear me the same, because they're just like, you shut your mouth.
I think they'll hear from their friends though, or their, you know, their people that they talk to all the time. Once, you know, the people see that picture, that they'll you know, be like, that's a beautiful picture, yada yada. It is hard when it's family though, for sure.
Right, exactly. They don't hear you the same. Just like my kids. I was the one taking the pictures, right? And so my daughter's like, I'm not posing like that. What do you think you are? You're a photographer? And I'm like, oh, I could feel my hair turning gray.
Just stand there and smile. Just smile. That's all.
You're fine, right?
We just got to bring the mom out in us and be like, now listen here.
Right, exactly.
Right? Yeah.
That's exactly right.
Who's joining? I can see some folks joining. Hi, good morning. I think it's morning here, 10 o'clock.
A couple of people are from California, and some people, the one lady said it was 6 p.m. for her. So writing, yeah.
Well, good evening, good morning, and good afternoon.
For you, you are a performer, a stage performer. You like to entertain. So for you, I just wanted to start with, so for confidence for you on stage, it's tricky because when you're on stage, sometimes you're opening, sometimes you're opening for you. It gets tricky. So do you find that you are comparing yourself to other people? Like you did like the CCMAs, and last year you were at like the red carpet, and there's all these artists, and also I know you and I had some open and honest conversations lately where we aren't 20 anymore, and some of the artists are literally 16 years old. Yep. And so when you're up for awards or receiving awards and you're wearing your dress and you're looking at the girls and you're just like, literally, I could be your mama. Is it tricky? Is it hard? Like, how is that for your mentally and body image? Like, what goes through your head?
Yeah, it's funny because, you know, our industry is so, it's so judged on how you look. That's just our industry, the music industry. It's just one of the things that people, because you are in the spotlight, they tend to pick on. And I remember, I mean, I've had so many things happen to me. That's why I've always been a real advocate for self-confidence for young ladies, just for anybody really. Because, you know, when I was littler, I was a little more, can we say chubby? That's what we'd said in our day. You know, and I remember, you know, my grandma would comment on things, you know, she'd grab my leg and say, look at your leg, it's bigger than mine, you know, things like that. And those things stick with you through your whole life. And through school, you know, I didn't have the boys liking me and all the stuff where the other girls did. And then you go into the music industry, and I couldn't believe that I was in that kind of an industry where I remember my first producer said to me, I hate to tell you, but it's going to be about, you know, if you were an average singer, looked really good, and, you know, had good social skills kind of deal. You won't be picked over somebody who's, or sorry, you will be picked over somebody who's a great singer, average looking. And I've never forgotten that. That was back in like 2000. And for him to like outrightly say that to me at that time was like, oh, okay. So it was just, it started that there. And then, I mean, I've put on, I remember I did a gig in front of about 20,000 people, and I had this dress that my manager wanted me to buy. And I did not want to wear it. It was skin tight, and I'm just not, you know, I wasn't at that point that confident to wear something like that. And I got out on stage and I did my thing like we do. We act like we're, you know, on top of the world. And when I got off the stage, like literally I got off the stairs, and he looked right at me and said, "Don't ever wear that effing dress again. That made you look so fat on stage." And I was like, what? You know, like I was so shocked by that. He said it right all in front of my band members, everything. So it's always been there. I think it's getting better because through time, I think people are just starting to change their thought process, which is awesome. And what has helped me go out and still be in front of people when, yeah, you just don't feel like it that day, or you don't feel you look comfortable, or is making sure that I feel comfortable. I don't necessarily care what I always, you know, you always try and you want to look like your image. You want to, you know, come out as what you want people to remember about you. So I have a certain image that I try and portray, but I make sure that I'm comfortable in it. I have stopped, like, you know, if somebody said, "Oh, you have to wear heels," I'm like, no, I don't feel comfortable wearing heels at that gig, so I won't wear heels. So I've really started to, because the more comfortable I am, the better I perform, right? So that is what makes me, as long as I'm comfortable in what I'm wearing, I can get out there and I have a way better performance. I do my own thing, and that just helps. So that would be my kind of advice for if you're in the music industry. I mean, they will tell you to wear certain things and all that kind of stuff, but really pay attention to what makes you feel comfortable, because there's glitzy, glamorous dresses that are beautiful, but they're just maybe not comfortable. There's the ones that are, and they're so wear the ones that are comfortable for you. You will find something that suits you. So when I'm on those red carpets and, you know, I'm looking at all the 16-year-old girls, I'm actually pretty happy now where I am. I'm 42, and I think back to when I was that age, and it was really hard because I was really paranoid about everything. Now I'm not, I think, because I've just grown into my own skin, and I've felt that I know how to be comfortable, and that's what I kind of just pass on to them, and hopefully they can start that earlier, at an earlier age. So that's kind of gets me through all those times, and I just really try and have fun at everything I'm at. And, you know, I'm me, I'm not them. I'm not a beautiful blonde 16-year-old girl. I'm a
well, and I like that. You are, I like that. You are you, and you have to just kind of, I think also that's age too. We get to a point where you're like, I am me. This is who I am. Sorry.
What are you doing? You know, if I had messy hair the one day, I guess you got messy hair the one day, right? Like, it's,
I like it.
And like I say, I try and pass that on to these younger gals because I've been there. I know how it feels. And so if you can just, you know, click their brain into it sooner in life, I think they'll just be ahead of the game.
Well, and you're a vocal coach. You coach young girls.
For sure.
And boys as well, but you coach young girls and you train them. And I know we've talked about this, where you have these beautiful, talented young girls that quit because they have amazing talents. I've heard some of them sing and they're amazing, and they will never do anything with this beautiful talent because their confidence is zero.
That's right.
And it's so sad. And no matter what you do.
Yeah, no matter what you do. And some people, you know, it's stage fright. I mean, they just, you know, some people don't, they find out they maybe don't like being in front of everybody. And that's just, it's a little bit stage fright. But, you know, if the things I'm teaching them can make them confident in anything else in life, that's all that matters. So that's what I try and focus on in the lessons too, is, if you're going to be a performer, this is, you know, this is how you should get confident about that. And hopefully if you don't become a performer, that confidence will help you
somewhere else.
You do. Yeah.
It's true. No, exactly right.
That was you, is it
Emily? Emily, yeah.
Yeah.
right?
Here, my sister.
Stage fright. And being confident doesn't mean you have to be a singer, but having a little bit of confidence in life is always going to benefit you, right?
Oh God, yeah, yeah. And it is. It's just it's knowing that, like you say, you are enough. You are always enough, no matter how. And I mean, yeah, there's gonna be days where you just don't feel the greatest, but it's reacting to that. Like it's your reaction. So it's how it's acknowledging that you feel that way and going, yep, okay, that's normal. That's okay that I feel that way. Take a little break and then on to the next. That's kind of how I process things.
Right. So, Kim, you and I both have teenage daughters, and they're both very,
We
very
sure
beautiful.
do.
Both very beautiful, very talented, very big personalities. Okay, they're very similar, but very not similar. But they are, and they both are kind of following similar paths to what we are. Right? They're both very similar.
And not even planned. That just happened.
No, it's just like monkey see, monkey do, but they do it in their own way, which is beautiful. And we're very proud of our daughters. And it's funny how they compare themselves to us in a weird way. And it's like they get mad at us because we are who we are. Teenage girls, right? And, right? You get it. You understand. We've had this conversation. And so my daughter's like, ugh, Mom, you can't come to my school because you're too pretty and the boys look at you. And I'm like, and? She's like, come with no makeup on. I'm like, no. Sorry. Right? And she's like, okay, don't take any pictures today. I'm like, no. And? Right? And it's so funny. And like, I'm not going to change who I am to make you more comfortable. You need to level up to be more comfortable with who you are, because I'm not going to change the real me. And I am enough today. You are enough today. Don't change who you are. Don't compare yourself to me, because baby girl, you are awesome.
Yeah.
You're not me. I'm not you. But eventually she'll get it. Eventually she'll get it. She just feels uncomfortable because we're very similar. That's what it is we're very similar. She's just not a woman yet. That's all it is. And you and Martina are very similar. She's just not a woman yet. And that's what it is. She's got this amazing powerhouse voice. She's got this incredible stage presence. She's got her own little niche in the industry. She's so talented, multifaceted, and this strength because she's watched you do it. So she's like, I can do that. I can do that, because she's got this confidence because she's seen you do it, right? So the trail has already been blazed. So it's not like she has to clear her path. So they got this already a little bit more confidence than we had, because they've already seen, well, I can do it because you've done it. Yep. Right? Instead of being like, can I do it? Can I do it? Can I do it? Because they've already seen it's been done. But then they're like, why are you doing it? Right? It's like these little girls. And so it's funny how confidence goes both ways. They're so confident, but then they're also insecure because they're confident, right? It's body confidence, and confidence goes both ways. Yeah. So,
and I mean, at that age,
they're at that age where they're uber confident, and then at the very same time, they're super insecure, right? Yep. And so in women, same thing. One day we're like, ooh, I look so hot in this outfit. And then in the very flip side, someone's like, they look at them, and in their head, they're probably like, give them this look. And in their head, they're like, why did they give me that look? Oh my God. And I looking back, and in their head, they're like, ooh, damn, she's hot. But in the look, it was just kind of stoic. So it wasn't enough emotion for them. So then in their head, they're overthinking it. And really, the person thought they looked amazing. And then that person walked on, and they wrecked their day. And I'm like, why do we give other people so much power in who we are?
I don't know. And I mean, that's what I've been trying to teach all of my students, and for sure my daughter, for sure my son even, is that you just got to be comfortable in your own skin and feel, yeah, you're going to have the bad days. But like I say, react to it, know what's happening, know that that's all it is. You're just having a bad moment, and then move on. And with Martina, I mean, there were times where she'd go in these contests and people would want her to wear the dress, and they want her to be the pretty little girl. And Martina is definitely not a dress girl. She wants to wear jeans, running shoes, her Nike Airs, and a cool shirt. And she just wants to get up there. She doesn't put on a lot of makeup, because even from 14 on, I mean, there's a lot of girls putting on tons of makeup, doing all this stuff. And I said, you just get up there and be you. And it's funny, in the industry, they were like, man, like, we love that about her, that she'll just get up there. She looks her age. She doesn't look 25. So I just want to enjoy the age she's at.
Right. Well, exactly. You just want to be, sorry, you're just buffering for a second. You just be enough. So you and I, we write songs together. We're just running out of time. So I just wanted to segue in.
I know, we can talk for days.
I know, it's because I love you. We wrote a song together called The Real You. And it's called Let the Real You Show. And it's because we felt like you are enough. So some days we just want to, you know what, I'm a little bit mad. And I just want to tell that person that I'm a little bit mad. And some days I just want to paint this picture because it's in my head and it's my spirit, my soul just wants to get it out. And some days I want to write that song because it's in my head and we just want to be like, you know what, sweetheart, you're enough. And I love you and I want you to know it. So I want to write you a song so that every time you hear it, you know that I love you and you're enough. And so we wrote the song. And so I am Mrs. Globe Curvey, and I am giving my title away. It was supposed to be in June and then October, and now it's going to be in November, which is amazing because November is my birthday month, and that's extra special for me. I got to give it away in my birthday month. Nice. So it's double amazing. And so we wrote the song, The Real You, and I'm dedicating it to all my beautiful pageant friends. And Kim, will you sing it today on the show for all the beautiful pageant ladies?
Guitar sitting here.
Your guitar.
Can you imagine that? We've got two versions of this song. So we had the first version, which was, we kind of wrote it. Well, we wrote it in like 2015, and then when you got into, one Mrs. Curvey, then we kind of were like, oh, this song could be cool at the pageant and everything. So that's why we kind of just did a little bit of a rewrite, and I love how it turned out. So go now. I'm good to go.
You are golden.
Okay.
Give her.
Oh, yeah. Oh, I want to come to Palm Springs to celebrate your birthday.
Yeah.
All right. So again, dedicated to all of you pageant beauties out there. And take a listen. Here we go. Say I love you, always to yourself. Stand center stage and wear your crown. Laugh, sing and dance, take every single chance. You don't have to be better, you're who you're supposed to be. You are enough, just let go, get out of your way and let the real you show. Be powerful, yeah, be brilliant and brave. Own your star, 'cause today is your day. Oh, you don't have to be better. Oh, you're who you're supposed to be. Come on, you are enough. Just let go. Get out of your way and let the real you show. Ooh. Yeah, we do. Let that real you show, Ooh. Say I love you to yourself. You're beautiful, being who you are. Stand center stage, it's your moment to wear a crown like all queens do. Yeah, you don't have to be better. Ooh, you're who you're supposed to be. Oh, you are enough. Just let go, get out of your way, and let the real you lead with love. Be the change, live your life. No one's gonna do it for you. Get out of your way and let the real you show. Oh, get out of your way and let the show. Yay!
You are amazing, my friend. So talented. I love you so much.
Oh, thanks. I love you.
Oh, thank you so much for being on. So will you please, after you're done, will you share your social media and your YouTube link on? And if you want to do a little live of that and post it and tag Miss Globe on YouTube, you're more than welcome to. I'd appreciate that so much. Thank you so much. I love having you on today. And
hi, everybody. It was great to see you all.
Share you're launching a brand new song. You have a song dropping on Friday.
This Friday.
Brand new song launching.
Yeah, so
October 2nd.
Lonely Together, it's called. Oh, my puppy's coming in. Lonely Together, so it will be on all streaming platforms, Spotify, Apple Music, Amazon. So make sure to follow me on all of those so that you'll know the instant it comes out, and you can have a listen and rock on out to a little Kim Simon new music.
Mm-hmm.
And then after, in 2021, girl, we got a song together coming out. So,
yes, we do.
Yeah, we recorded a single. Alicia and I wrote it, so that's going to be coming out in early 2021. So
we do. Yeah, stay tuned. All right, thank you so much. Have a great rest of your day. Everybody, you're beautiful, brilliant, and brave. Enjoy your Wednesday, and I'll see you next week. Thank you, Kim. Have a great day. Thanks.